The time has come for us to wrap up Bruno's training, and we will finally be able to let him head home and then check up on things at home later on in the week. I'm excited to see how his parents will do.
Hey.
Hello. All right, you're excited to take him home today?
Yeah.
I'm excited for him to go home. Not because I want him gone, but because I really hope that he does well in this situation. I'm just really excited for him. I realized I also did forget to set out a muzzle, so I apologize for that, but we have like a bunch of them, so you can go ahead and look at those. I think the size 6 is gonna fit the best for him because it gives him more room for his nose. We'll just have to make sure we tighten it the way it should be. It'll get a little funky sometimes.
That's fine.
We'll do the same thing we did last Thursday, where we go out there. I'll kind of run through the obedience real quick just as a reminder, and then I'll have you work him. And then once we're feeling good about that, we'll take him home. As for the at-home protocols, first 2 or 3 days, leash and collar in the house when he's not in the crate. So it's gonna be super strict at first, and then eventually he'll earn the freedom back. Because I know you guys already kind of do rotations, right? So stick with that for now. If you can, if you have the 2 of you available to tag team the dogs, like kids are napping or not home or whatever, if you and your wife are available, absolutely try and just keep socializing them with him on muzzle. He has done so much better with the muzzle. We did a lot of playtime as well, so I wanted to make sure it was a positive thing for him. So you just need the reminder to stop touching the muzzle. And then yesterday, I wasn't here, but they did bring him up and let him go crazy in daycare with the muzzle on. And of course, he loved Winnie, the little basset hound. He loves her.
That's funny.
Like it's his favorite dog. He adores her. And it's funny because she's almost the same size as him, but she's only like 6 months old. She's just a baby still.
That's so funny.
So they had a good time romping around in daycare yesterday. More positive stuff in his muzzle. I did get a video of it and put it in his adventure album this morning, right before lunch, I should say, so like 11:30. We did an out session with him just to be really solid about it. He was off leash. If I told him out, he'd run away. He's like, fine, I'll run away. I'm a good boy. I'm like, yes, you are, good job. So he did phenomenal with that, and I'm really proud of him. So if you're having any kind of issues with the crate going home, because I know you said you didn't have any beforehand, but sometimes patterning stuff here does accidentally go home, unfortunately. So if you are having issues, try just feeding him the crate. You are welcome to feed him in there, but you are also welcome to just keep it in the kitchen if you feel like. Today, when we get to your house, I want the other dogs away. So in a bedroom, in crates, whatever, as long as they're away, and he can just reacclimate for a few minutes by himself before we introduce the other dogs again. And when we do, I would prefer them to be on leash and collar as well. So we'll do one at a time, and then we'll do both and see how he does. Ideally, he does really good, but we'll see.
So we're about to do the in-home, and I'm super curious about how Bruno's gonna do with the other dogs and in general the environment. So some of the stuff we do want to go over is thresholds. He does get really particular about the other dogs going through them. I know he does have an issue with Rufio at the coming in through the doggy door and at that barrier they have right there next to the room with the doggy door and the door to the garage. So that's typically where they get into some of their arguments, and as well as like front door, people coming in, the dogs being in his space in general. Other stuff we want to go over is the elevation when he gets up on the couch. It's not an issue when it's just them, but when there are other dogs in the room, he does get kind of possessive over mom and dad, over the space, over the fact that there very well could be food in the room, even if there's not, which does lead me to he is very possessive over food. He does resource guard, so we're gonna see how he does with us giving him treats or with giving the other dogs treats, and I'm hoping that goes well.
Hello.
Oh
goodness. Hi, lover boy. How you doing? How's he been doing?
Good.
How you guys been doing?
Yeah, doing good. Yeah. He's calm, a lot calmer than before.
That's good.
Yeah.
Love to hear that.
You got to go to the park where it's grassy knoll, and he did very good. So.
That's good.
Yeah.
How's he doing with Piper and Rufio?
Good. I have and he wears his muzzle like a champ. So.
Well, that's good.
I do have.
Shaky.
He has. I mean, he did growl the other day when he came in, but he stayed in his place when Rufio came in through the door.
So it seems like it's still a trigger, but it's
still a trigger.
Better.
But it's not like he could. Yeah. It's not like he's lunging at him to go attack him.
You again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Was there anything specific you wanted to go over with him?
No, not really. His outs are really good.
That's good.
His downs are, I think, the biggest problem, but I'm not so worried about downs. I don't really care about that. If he places things like that, it's been good. His downs is the hardest. He kind of fights that.
Yeah, he's always kind of fought that with us. Once you get it through his head that he doesn't really get that option to fight you all that often,
okay,
he starts doing them more willingly, I should say. Mm-hmm. But I don't always want to have to fight him either.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good down.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm tired now.
Yep.
I hyped myself up and I'm tired.
Yep. So yeah, other than that, everything's been good.
So the in-home went really well. I'm really proud of Bruno. He didn't have an issue with Piper or Rufio. We started off with just doing some socialization with Piper to see how he was going to do with her. And then we switched her out for Rufio. And again, he was a little pushy, kind of right up in there with him, but he did back off when we told him to. Then we did both of the dogs in the room with him and no issues at all. He got a little too curious at one point or another with Rufio coming in and out of the room sometimes. He's an old man, he just likes to wander. But we practiced some out commands. We practiced him just being calm while I gave Piper a treat or two. Didn't have any issue. We also did a lot of place with him. So place is gonna be super important for them because it's gonna make sure that he's relaxed and just focused on himself versus what the other dogs are doing or if there's people coming in and out of the house.
Rob and his family seem to be doing an amazing job managing Bruno and the other dogs. I can't wait to hear from them during their upcoming group parenting classes and see Bruno continuing to improve.